The Yule Log, also known as a Yule clog or Christmas block, is a specially selected log which is burnt as part of a pagan celebration of the winter solstice and as a Christmas tradition. There is nothing particularly special about the log itself, and different countries tend to burn different types of logs. For example, the English burn oak, the Scottish burn birch, and the French use cherry. The term Yule today is widely associated with Christmas, however its origins date back to pre-Christian times. It stems from the pre-medieval Germanic word Yule, Germanic referring not to Germany but to Scandinavia, particularly the Vikings and Saxons who would celebrate the festival of Yule. There are two possible meanings for the word Yule. The first is the word parties, referring to the many celebrations throughout the festival of Yule. And the second is wheel, referring to the sun, as the Norse believed the sun was a great wheel of fire that rolled towards the earth during summer and then away from the earth during winter. Yule celebrations would begin on the winter solstice, which in the northern hemisphere is the 21st or 22nd of December and the shortest day of the year, and would continue on until the Yule sacrifice, which would be during the first full moon after the winter solstice, and involved sacrificing a Yule goat. This was originally a real goat, but over the years became a goat made of straw. Northern Europeans have very harsh winters, and so these Yule celebrations were to welcome the longer, warmer days, to appease the Norse gods, and to ensure a good harvest for the coming year. Each year, on the night of the winter solstice, families would go out and find the perfect tree to make into the Yule log. They would cut it down, drag it into their homes, and place the largest end into their hearth, which is essentially a fireplace. The log would then be lit with the remains of the previous year's log for good luck. By lighting the log on fire, they were enticing the sun to return and celebrating life and prosperity. Later, when Christianity came to the British Isles, Christians adopted aspects of the pagan Yule festival into their own celebrations for the birth of Christ. Christians already had a 12-day celebration to mark the period between the birth of Christ and the arrival of the three wise men. This 12-day period was known as Yule, but would later come to be known as the 12 days of Christmas. Each of these 12 nights, a small portion of the Yule log would be burned. Then the log would be kept under a bed for luck and protection. Today, the Yule log remains part of the winter solstice and Christmas traditions in many countries, whether that be as a log that is burnt, a log adorned with decorations, or as a Yule log cake dessert. The Yule log cake, also known as bûche de Noël, is a traditional Christmas cake that originated in France in the 19th century. The dessert is popular in France, Belgium, Switzerland, and several former French colonies, such as Canada, Vietnam, and Lebanon. The traditional Yule log cake is made with a type of sponge cake called genoise, with a sweet, creamy filling. This is rolled to form a cylinder and iced with a chocolate buttercream or ganache, sometimes with the addition of espresso or liqueur for added flavour. To imitate the look of the log, the outer icing is given a bark-like texture by dragging a fork through the icing. Powdered sugar can also be sprinkled on top to resemble snow. Other cake decorations may include actual tree branches, fresh berries, and mushrooms made of meringue or marzipan.